There, Mr. Noah. Today we're going to do a little cleanup after the big snowstorm that we had. I want to show you a little bit about the snow that we got, and we'll go down and look at the tractor and maybe look at the snowblower and some things like that. And I have some things to do that I bet you don't have to do in Texas. So for the moment, let's look around and see how much snow we actually had, which is quite a bit. And we're going to go down to the barn where the tractor is, and then I'll come back and we'll talk a little more about what I'm going to do today. So you can see that I plowed the drive all the way up to the barn. And you see the sticks in the side, those orange sticks? Well, that helps me know where the edge of the driveway is. So it tells me where to drive the tractor and how to stay out of trouble with getting down into the field and that kind of thing. And so we're outside of the barn now, and you see there's a snowplow that I sometimes put on the front of my tractor. But today I'm going to use the snowblower. I have to open the door. There we go. And there is the tractor with a snowblower. Hang on a sec. Open the other door. And you see there's an electric cord that actually goes around to the side and is plugged into the tractor right there. And that's because sometimes when it's really cold, it's hard to start, it's hard to start the tractor. And so there's a little heater on the end of that cord that heats up the oil and makes the tractor easier to start. So I've actually gotten into the tractor and started it, and it's a little rumbly in here. But I'm going to pick up the snowblower by pulling on this lever, that's it. And pull it back, and then the snowblower kind of raises up a little bit, like that, see? And then we're going to drive outside for just a minute. So here we go. We're driving out of the barn. Snowblower's on the front of the tractor. And then we're going to stop and go around and kind of look at the snowblower for just a minute. So I'm going to pause and we'll go around and then we'll talk more about it. So first, we're going to look here and we'll see this tube, this shaft here, and that's hitched to what's called the PTO, or the power takeoff, down here on the tractor. And that turns, and it turns this, and then that makes all this stuff in the front of the snowblower turn too. Now, the way the snowblower works, just one second, the way the snowblower works is that it has on each side this curly thing that's called an auger. And there's one on this other side too that's called an auger. And they pull the snow in from the outside to this middle thing, which is called an impeller. And that middle thing goes around and round and round and round and round, and it feeds the snow into it, and it blows the snow up out of the spout. So it's kind of like, so the augers on the snowblower, it's kind of like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street when he has a big plate of cookies and he wants to pull everything into his mouth and he says, feed me, cookies, cookies, feed me, yeah, like that. Well, that's what happens with the snowblower. It just pulls the snow into the middle and blows it out the top. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. I want to show you some other things we're going to do. So I just wanted to show you what the snowblower looks like when it's working. And you see how the augers pull in toward the middle, and the impeller goes round and round and round, and the snow then blows out the top of the spout. So that's what we're going to do a little of in just a minute. So Noah, today we're going to do a little cleanup because we didn't get a lot of snow last night. So I'm back in the tractor. And I'm going to start the snowblower and get going a little louder here. then we're just going to clean up around the driveway. That's kind of the goal for today. I'm going to put on my earmuffs. There we go. As you can see, there isn't a lot of snow, but there's a little bit. So we're going to just do some cleanup over here. This is a place where trucks pull in to turn around and they come up here, that kind of thing. You know, to be able to see that old snowblower working hard here. Look around, but this one again, see how that started right down to the pavement over there, which is kind of what we want. We won't do that all the way down the driveway because some of it's pretty hard packed, but we'll still get some work. One side looks pretty good, and the other side still has quite a little bit of snow, so we're going to try and clean that up a little bit. Sometimes I have to make it kind of press down a little bit in order to break up the right at the main highway, so I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to pick this up, turn around, and go back up the driveway. See if there anything needs to be cleaned up more, but you can see pretty well. Little drone. Hope you can see it flying out in front of me. That's one of my friends who's taking some pictures. It's kind of disappeared, so we'll see. Taking some pictures for the front. I think you'll see some of those in the video section. Grateful for William helping out with this little project. Ground, so I'm going to move over here, but I think we're about done. Just about done. See William standing up there at the head of the driveway. He's controlling that little drone.